Now joining Brigadier General Adingan is the 1st Marine Logistics Group Sergeant Major, Sergeant Major Lonnie Travis. Attention to orders. Commandant of the Marine Corps. The President of the United States takes pleasure in presenting the Legion of Merit Gold Star in lieu of second award to Sergeant Major Troy E. Black, United States Marine Corps, for service as set forth in the following citation. For exceptionally meritorious conduct and the performance of outstanding service as Sergeant Major, 1st Marine Logistics Group, 1st Marine Expeditionary Force, from May 2015 to April 2017. Throughout this period, Sergeant Major Black's superior leadership, technical expertise, and operational acumen materially contributed to advancing the morale, welfare, and combat development of the 1st Marine Logistic Group's more than 7,000 Marines and sailors. His unwavering commitment and dedication to excellence were the foundation to myriad successes in provisioning responsive logistics support to 1st Marine Expeditionary Force operations around the globe. He provided relevant and timely counsel to the Commanding General and 15 subordinate commanders on all matters to include unit cohesion and professional development. Sergeant Major Black's focus on operational effectiveness and combat preparedness helped guide the group in support of multiple deployments and exercises to include operations with Marine Expeditionary Units and Special Purpose Marine Air Ground Task Forces. He focused on preparing Marines for combat through toughening of the mind, body, and spirit, placing emphasis on professional military education, tactical training and proficiency, and force preservation. In addition, Sergeant Major Black's constant concern for the well-being of 1st Marine Logistic Group families and sailors was instrumental in outstanding morale, camaraderie, and resourceful accomplishment of operational commitments. By his dynamic direction, keen judgment, and loyal devotion to duty, Sergeant Major Black reflected great credit upon himself and upheld the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service. For the President, Robert B. Neller, Commandant of the Marine Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General David A. Adingan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful, wonderful morning, beautiful weather. I'd like to begin, as always, please join me in a round of applause for the 1st Marine Division Band and all these great Marines and sailors that put this on the field. Like so many other relief and appointments, they truly are a bittersweet day. And this one is no different. So let me begin just by starting with how excited I am to have Sergeant Major Lonnie Travis and his lovely wife Phyllis stay with us in the group. You know, I have to tell you how I felt when I saw his name pop on the list and the phone call that I received there shortly after from the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. And I couldn't help but think about what a tremendous decision that was, the right decision that it was, to have Sergeant Major stay with us at the MLG and assume this post. I've been able to watch him for the last 2 years. Despite being a Carolina Panther fan, I can find no flaw. I'm absolutely excited for you to join the bridge and lead Marines and sailors with everything that you bring to the table. Absolutely excited, and I'm glad that you're going to be on here with us. I look forward to the future with you and your lovely wife, Phyllis. Thank you so much for that. So this week was coined Fade to Black, as we said goodbye to the Black family. Little known secret, we made a little playing tape. We had the Rolling Stones, I had Stone Temple Pilots, anything that had the word black in it was being broadcast around the Adignan house, and as we thought about how we were going to say goodbye to Sergeant Major Black and Stacy. And let me just start this way and say, a few weeks ago, I had a conversation with some officers, and the discussion was about influential men and about how fortunate it is if it happens to you in your career, or even in your lifetime for that matter, when you come across a man who has got the influence that can penetrate anyone, who can uphold a standard, who demonstrates that daily in his personal life with his family and on the job. And for me, that was Sergeant Major Troy Black. And from the very first day with Sergeant Major Black, I kid you not, I was standing at attention getting dressed down along with my first aide about my cover, my insignia, my web belt, my shoes, my trouser length, and I stood there and I went, oh no, oh no. To the final moments that I had with Sergeant Major yesterday walking back from the gym, the quiet moments were my most special with Sergeant Major Black. To have an intimate relationship with someone you can share your thoughts with, personal and professional, and have a person look you back in the eye with credibility and tell you absolutely where you were going to get off track. So that trusted confidant and that relationship is unique. I know it's unique, and I shared that with that group of officers, and I said, you know, I hope one day you're blessed like I was to have a man like that you can serve with, that you know will put a kick in your step, make you a better individual, make you a better husband, make you better in every way for your purpose on this planet. And that was you, my friend. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for all the big things and the small things, those quiet hours, and some of that chaotic time. I want to say thank you to your lovely wife, Stacy. And thank you for your service. I mean, little known secret here, most of you know this, but I used to love to tell young Marines, can you imagine growing up in the Black family to have two former drill instructors for your mom and your dad? And so I know in the Black family there's a giddy up in everybody's step. But Stacy, thank you. What a wonderful example you are for so many families. The support that you are to your husband and your children, the way you raise your family is phenomenal. And so I thank you on behalf of Diana, just how grateful, and to both of you. Long life friends now. We wish you very, very great success in your next assignment. We know there's great things in your future. We wish you Godspeed and Semper Fidelis.
Okay, so good news and bad news. I do not know at all what I'm getting ready to say, but the good news is I only have 5 minutes to say it, so this will be pretty good. That did not go over as well as I thought. That's better. So just a couple of things I want to get out of the way first. Round of applause, please, for the 1st Marine Division Band. Anytime I get a chance to be around either the wing or the division band, I always go and talk to them because my wife is a former band member, and if I did not do so, the drill instructor piece would come out, and I would be dressed down and get my cover and my shit, you know, all that kind of stuff. So thank you, band, as always. Major General Broadmeadow, sir, we had a conversation about 5 years ago in a chow hall in Leatherneck, and it's pretty. It was in confidence. And you're talking about the executive level of leadership, and I've never forgotten that conversation, sir. It's got a lot to do with where I'm at right now, and potentially what maybe any successes I may have in the future, sir. So thank you for that. General Adignan, sir, we've already had our piece together. I want to spend a lot more time on the wings, but I got probably a lot more to say about you, sir. But I think lifelong friendship is probably the best way that I could describe the result of the last 2 years. And I'll talk more about that influence in a moment. So much at Castle, thank you. The mentorship you provide to the MEF, both on the enlisted and the officer side, shows every single day across the entire MAGTAF And we every day know exactly who you are and what influence you have over us, and thank you very much for that. Can I ask Chief Dominguez, thank you, sir, what you provide the Navy. I have most of them, so I'm actually bigger in something around here, okay? And it's by having the Navy that we have aboard here for the MLG. Thank you for everything you do every single day. Somebody Cruz, good friend of mine, thank you for making that. You're going to give me a grade on the Joe evaluation in a minute. Stacey already gave me the grade sheet, so we're good. I once forgot to thank my wife at a relief and appointment ceremony. Don't ever do that. Or retirement or what have you. So to my beautiful and lovely wife, Stacey, thank you so much. You're the reason that I have the time to spend here with these Marines and sailors, because you do everything at home that keeps our house going. And you're a professional with the business and all the volunteer work that you do. And I don't know how you do it all, because I don't have time of my day to do what I have to do. So thank you so much for that. Thank you to our Lord for giving us this blessing of being able to continue to serve in the Marine Corps and all the good things that come along with it. And to everyone sitting here right now, I think it's important sometimes we pay the right respect to the right people. And that's what I'm going to do right now, by focusing on the Marines and sailors stand before you. I had a chance to talk to these Marines and sailors yesterday. I'm not going to spend a lot of time now because I got about 2 minutes left. But what I want to express to everyone is, whether you know or not, these Marines and sailors of the 1st Marine Logistics Group are what keeps this MEF running. And believe me, I grew up as an infantryman, and I am blue diamond to the core, and they all know that. But what I've been able to see here, by being the Sergeant Major and a Battalion Sergeant Major within the 1st MLG, is nothing beyond spectacular. Whether you know or not, these Marines and sailors standing before you right now, over the course of the last 2 years, have won nearly every service level award for their MOSs and ratings in both the Navy and the Marine Corps. Not 1 year, but 2 years in a row. And probably prior to that, but I know what happened while I was here. The level of effort, professionalism, dedication, and discipline that these Marines exhibit on a daily basis, and the sailors that are in the 1st MLG display on a daily basis, is phenomenal. Take an opportunity before you leave here to go over to the stag display. Hey, and look, it ain't sexy, okay? But what it is the backbone of the MEF and its ability to fight. It is the tail to the tooth of the MEF. Take the time to go over and spend time with these Marines and these sailors and learn what it is that they do. Take that time. The last 2 comments I want to make is to the rest of my family and friends that showed up today. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedules. Some of you are lifelong friends, Daryl, Carol. Some of you are family, my beautiful sister-in-law and her husband. But I also want to mention all the Master Gunnery Sergeant, Sergeant Major, and enlisted Marines, staff and COs throughout the 1st MLG. You are the backbone of this organization that supports those arms and legs. Yeah, I know I said they were the backbone, but it's a whole entire body. Thank you for what you do every single day. Thank you for what you do for the Marine Corps every single day, and thank you for continuing to serve our country. Lonnie, my friend, this is the easiest turnover on the face of the earth. And I tell you, if Ron was here right now, he would say, because you're always in my office asking questions. And that's a great thing. But coming from CLR1 into the 1st MLG, we're starting to think a little bit better about how we place Sergeant Major in organizations. Because you come with a wealth of experience. You were the DS to the 1st Marine Division. You know the MLG. You know the Marines and the sailors in the MLG. And we are much better served having you here because of the wealth of experience and knowledge that you have. Phyllis, your daughter, the rest of your family, I'm not going to say welcome to the family because you're already in it, okay? But I will say there is no better Marine, no better Sergeant Major that I know to step into this office than you, my friend. And you know I mean that, and I just saying so everybody else can hear. You raw? But thank you for my friend, and continue to do great things. You raw?
Brigadier General Onagon, Disagon, you honor us with your presence. Thank you for all that you do for the Marines and sailors of this phenomenal organization. Major General Broadmeadow, sir, thank you for being here as well. Sergeant Major Castle, Sergeant Major Sowers, Sergeant Major Cruz, Sergeant Major Meza, true friends, mentors of mine for many years. I thank you for all that you've done for me, both personally and professionally. I won't let you down. Sergeant Black, Stacy Black, 2 tremendous assets to our Corps. I cannot thank you enough for all that you've done to set the wheels in motion and to make this day possible for me and my lovely wife, Phyllis. Thank you for the mentorship to her, Stacy, about the responsibilities that she's about to undertake. Troy, you have been one hell of a friend, a mentor, a confidant, and I thank you so much for all that you've done for me to set me up for this. Commanders, sergeants, majors, master gunner sergeants, command master chiefs, thank you for all that you do for our Corps. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for all that you've done for me and my family. Please don't take my brevity, the lack of passion, or excitement for the responsibilities that I'm about to shoulder. But I respect and understand protocol. I know my position in the batting order, but there are a few people I must thank. The first is my lovely wife, my rock and my rose, has been there with me from the beginning. I thank you for the support, the dedication, the endurance, and the love. My daughter, I spoke to you last week. My feelings remain the same. I thank you for everything. To the band, and to the Marines of this phenomenal organization, you look magnificent. Thank you for all that you do for this MEF. I am your biggest fan. I look forward to the days ahead. It's going to be a good time. Dear Oregon, sir, 2 years ago you made a statement that the MLG puts the expeditionary in Marine Expeditionary Force. The statement, though simple, was complex in its execution. I really believe that that statement and the continuing actions that followed had a lot to do with the successes that this organization has. The Marines walk with their heads a little higher, their backs straighter, and they stand taller. And I am excited about continuing in that. Let's go to work. Semper Fidelis.
Flowers are now being presented to Stacy Black, thanking her for her support to the Marines and sailors of 1st Marine Logistics Group, and to Phyllis Travis, welcoming her to the 1st Marine Logistics Group.
March Commander review. Aye, sir. Staff, carry, sword. Pass in review!
The commander of troops for today's parade is Sergeant Major Keith Hoagie, the Sergeant Major for Combat Logistics Battalion 5. Ladies and gentlemen, you are reminded, as the national flag passes directly in front of you, please rise. The 1st Marine Division Band is led on the march by the Drum Major, Staff Sergeant Ben Hallquist. The commander of troops for Headquarters Regiment is Sergeant Major Carlos Ruiz. The troop commander for Headquarters Regiment is First Sergeant Terrence Livingston. The commander of troops for Combat Logistics Regiment 1 is Sergeant Major William Gwaltney. The troop commander for Combat Logistics Regiment 1 is First Sergeant Abdiel Garcia. The commander of troops for Combat Logistics Regiment 15 is Sergeant Major Dennis Downing. The troop commander for Combat Logistics Regiment 15 is Master Sergeant Timothy Ringer. The color sergeant for the 1st Marine Logistics Group is Sergeant Dakota Musney. The commander of troops for 7th Engineer Support Battalion is Sergeant Major Stennett Ray. The troop commander for 7th Engineer Support Battalion is Master Sergeant David Escalante. The commander of troops for 1st Medical Battalion is Master Chief Hospital Corpsman Carol Merricks. The troop commander for 1st Medical Battalion is Gunnery Sergeant Alan Farabee. The commander of troops for 1st Dental Battalion is Command Master Chief Anna Wood. The troop commander for 1st Dental Battalion is Senior Chief Petty Officer Fernanda Casad. Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Major Travis and Sergeant Major Black would like you to join them for a reception at Pub 1795. This concludes our ceremony. On behalf of Brigadier General Ottingon, Sergeant Major Black, and Sergeant Major Travis, thank you for your attendance.